Yes, first leg of today's pick 6 at Borrowdale Park, and got a nice field of 9 runners going to post. Couple of first-timers, both from the Kirk Swanson yard, and number 7, Chateau. There's a Littleford filly, very nice filly. She's shown some decent work at home, probably need the experience, but expecting a decent run. And then number 8, 80 Shades of Grey. She's quite a hot type of filly. She likes to look around a lot of things, and she'll need the experience, but again, has shown decent enough work at home to not run a bad race. But both horses in the small place chance, the 2 Kirk Swanson runners.
Yeah, absolutely, Thomas. Those first-timers are always a bit tricky here. But let's go through your selections. So your first selection was number 9. Was Uptown Gal, the first-timer from the Gokhan Terzi yard. Sorry, she's not a first-timer. But yeah, you liked Uptown Gal, Thomas. We spoke about her earlier. She's also Gokhan Terzi's stable-elect. I spoke to Gokhan in the week, and he said he really likes her, and her work has been good, her prep has been good. Yeah,
I like this look of this filly. I mean, she ran a good race first time over 1,000 meters, and she was running on very, very strongly that day. The extra 200 meters will definitely, I think, suit this filly, and she's got a nice draw of 9 out of 9 running the paint. And you know, with normal improvement, she only 3/4 of length behind horses like Dompershower and Nemba Beach, and I think with normal improvement, I think she's good enough to turn the tables on those horses. I like the look of her in the ring, and a lot of confidence from Gokhan Terzi as well.
Yeah, I also like the look of her in the ring, Thomas. She's a beautiful filly, and she went down to the start beautifully, and I think she probably is the pick of this race. So let's move on to your next selection, was number 3, Grand Opera, from the Amy Bronkhorst yard. This little horse has had blinkers fitted now, back up the straight, but also done nothing wrong. Second to Magnificent Mild, second to Finley, third to Ladies First. I think she's a decent little, I think he's a decent little gelding, and I think he could pretty much do it today as well.
Yes, I think he's got a huge chance. Obviously, the distance isn't my only concern. Obviously, the first start was obviously needing the run when finishing well behind Mathematician over 1,300. Since then, been running around the bend and run some good races behind Ladies First and Finley, like you mentioned. Back up the straight over 1,200 meters. Obviously, put the blinkers on to try and sharpen it up because it is a bit shorter. He could be classy enough to win it, but I'm worried about the 1,200 meters. Might be a bit sharp for Grand Opera, but if anything's going to beat Uptown Gal for me, it'll probably be number 3, Grand Opera.
Well, you say that, but then after the last race, anything could come along and beat them. So let's move on to your next selection, who was number 1, Go Galaxy. And I do think this little horse is back to his best form now. His work at home is really, really good. I know Bridge likes this horse. She really, really rates him. And there he is going down to the start, striding out pretty well.
Yeah, he looks very nice going down to the start. And he's not a big horse. He's quite a small toreador, but striding out nicely. And Carl Segner gets the ride. Good run last time on Dompershower. And on that form line, could be the one of the fancy runners.
Yeah, I do like him a lot. Just watching him again, Thomas, I like the way he went down to the start. Then your next selection, number 2, Nemba Beach. As we mentioned, this little horse is a really, really decent horse. He's always knocking on the door. He's there and thereabouts. Third to Dompershower, third to Run the Red Light, second to Mathematician, who runs in today's feature race.
Yeah, no, Nemba Beach, I think, like I said earlier on, I'm actually a little bit disappointed he hasn't won by now, because I mean, he's shown some good form, run by some decent sorts, and hopefully he'll get it right sooner than later. He's always there and thereabouts, honest, consistent, running into the money, and obviously you can't complain when they do that, but you know, it'd be nice to see them finally win a race. And talking about Nemba Beach, I actually saw the full brother at the Summerhill sales down in the last month. Absolutely awesome specimen, and yeah, he blew my budget.
And did he come home with you?
No, he blew my budget. He went from far too much, not from my point, but he was worth it. He was a very nice specimen, and just thinking about Nemba Beach, you know, the full brother coming up later on, hopefully when he comes out, be horse to watch, because he's a very nice individual.
Nice. And Thomas, let's look at number 4, Thunder Fury, because as I said, Bridges Yard is on fire at the moment. The Equison Syndicate has proved to be really successful for her so far. And I know this horse drops back in distance, but I think he's a pretty decent sort.
Yeah, he's also a horse that seems to run on the pace, and that might just suit him today. Brendan McNaughton might use the same tactics as he did in the previous race with Temple Run, let them bowl along and jump along. Yeah, and look, I mean, like I say, you look at Ladies First and Finley form line, he's just behind Grand Opera.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
If you like Grand Opera, you've got to obviously respect Thunder Fury.
Yeah.
Obviously, again, up the straight, it's a question mark of what he's done. I know he's always been raced around the bend, but you never know.
Yeah, for sure, Thomas. And I also like number 5, Cool Start. But then again, saying that, I just worry about the 266 days rest. I mean, the form is not bad at all. But having rested that long, I can't help thinking this horse will probably need a gallop today. He probably needs a little bit of fitness still.
Yeah, look, I mean, in his second start, he was well supported, back from 5-2 and a 2-1, and was beaten by Pennis Daughter in the 5th. Hasn't really produced since then behind Ebony Flyer, Equiano. Obviously the rest is going to be obviously a big issue, 266 days. I would probably say he's another horse, so probably going to need the outing.
Yeah, for sure, Thomas. And also it's going to be a little bit difficult with the rain today. It's probably a little bit harder for him as well. Number 6, Malindane from the Kirk Swanson yard. We chatted briefly about him just now. What do you think of Malindane?
Yeah, he's still learning what racing is about. He's had 2 starts today, still learning about it. He's a horse I think once you go around the bend will be more productive. He's learning. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, for sure. And of course then there's the 2 first-timers in the race. They both looked really good, jumping around on their toes.
Yeah,
Could be anything in the making.
Yeah, Chateau is probably the better of the 2. She's probably going to be a bit green, but she's shown us some nice work at home, and I wouldn't be surprised to see her running on into the places.
So I think we've probably discussed the principal runners in this race, Thomas. Are you going to stick with your selections of number 9, Uptown Gal?
Yes,
from
I
number
like
3,
to look
Grand
at,
Opera?
Yeah, I like to look at number 9, Uptown Gal, even in the parade ring, go down to the start, and everything ticks the right boxes for her. She's drawn 9. Obviously, experience is the only thing, and having a second run where other horses in the race have had a lot of experience, but I just like the way she went down to the start.
Yeah, Thomas, I loved the way she went down to the start, and having spoken to Gokhan this week as well, he was very confident about Uptown Gal. He really said she was a decent runner of his on the day. And when Gokhan's confident, he's always pretty spot on with his horses. So I think I'm going to go with you, number 9, Uptown Gal.
Yeah, number 9, Uptown Gal is our first choice. Obviously, respect number 3, Grand Opera. Done nothing wrong in the last couple of starts, and obviously blinkers on. Go Galaxy, honest little horse, bound to be there and thereabouts, along with them Beach.
Yeah, and perhaps Thunder Fury for a roughie. I think they're about to start loading. Can we see our light flashing? They're about to start loading so we can cross to our commentator.
80 Shades of Grey's gone on. Number Beach. Leading up Chateau. Uptown Gal's gone on. Chateau's ready. Malindane goes in. We're left with Cool Start and Go Galaxy. Go Galaxy. Grand Opera goes in. Cool Start to complete the lineup. 1200 meters to race. All set. And away they go. They broke out in an even line. Malindane was on the inside. Dropping in after that then was Go Galaxy. 80 Shades of Grey is about 2 lengths after them. Then a length back to Grand Opera down the centre. Races alongside Number Beach. Thunder Fury has quickened up to go to the head of affairs. Leads by half a length. From in behind that then was Cool Start. Uptown Gal is on the grandstand side as they pass now the 1000 metre marker. In behind those then was on the far side of runners 80 Shades of Grey. So they quicken up now to the 600 metre marker. Out in front then was Number Beach. Dropping in after that then was Grand Opera. Then a length back to Cool Start. Dropping in after that Uptown Gal is on the grandstand side. Quickening up visibly on the extreme inside then was Thunder Fury in that yellow cap. Dropping in after those was the black cap of Go Galaxy. It's Thunder Fury and Go Galaxy out in front then. It's Go Galaxy now who strikes the front. From back in second then was Thunder Fury. Down on the inside of runners is Uptown Gal as they come now to the 200 metre marker. Uptown Gal visibly quickens and goes on and leads. It's Uptown Gal. Quickening up now on the inside of runners was Cool Start, but Uptown Gal has won it by a country mile. Uptown Gal wins. From back in second, Cool Start. Go Galaxy gets third, just ahead of Thunder Fury, and in behind that, Chateau. The 9 on your card, Uptown Gal with Lance Pagel. This 3-year-old Maersk's approval filly wins race 2, and in some convincing fashion as well. Second run, had a good run on debut and finishing 4th behind Dombashaw, and has gone on to improve and win this race 2 here at Borrowdale Park. So the number 9 wins from the second Cool Start. 9-5-1-4 are your numbers.
Well, number 9, Uptown Gal, really has come out and won a very, very good race in the second half of the afternoon. She looked exceptionally well in the ring, and she went down beautifully. And the way she finished her last out of 1,000 meters, she looked the right one on paper, and she won a good race.
Yes, Thomas, we've always thought highly of this filly. I must thank my brother and Paul Rugg and his partners for putting the money down. She was expensive, but I liked her from day one. The minute I saw her at the sales, I said, please buy us this filly. And they put the money down, and they deserve to have a good filly. And she's only going to get better. She needed her first start, and we just ran her to see where we are with her. And today the money was down, and I think, well done to the owners, and well done to Lance for the work he's done on the filly and for the win.
I like that comment, the money was down.
Yes, did you not see 5-2 to 18-10? But well, good luck to the owners. They deserve all the success they get. And hopefully this is the start of a good day, hopefully.
Yes, talking about the rest of today's card, you've got some interesting runners. Go through some of your principal runners.
I thought my best today was Kinkowski in the next race. He's travelled up very well from South Africa. And, when you have South African horses come up with average form, they tend to win in Borrowdale. This horse won his last out at Turpentine. I think he's underrated for Zimbabwe in terms. And 8-10 looks about right. If nothing's underlying and he has travelled well, I expect him to win. Scarlet Ice in the same race will run a very good race. She's come a lot from her first run. She should be in the places. And later on the day, I'm hoping Newton Power can pull it off in the last with JP van der Merwe from a good draw this time. He looks like a good chance. So if those ones come in, I'll be very happy today.
And in the main race, obviously Finley's been scratched, a bit of a disappointment. So you're left with Magnificent Mile.
Yes, definitely a big disappointment, but take nothing away from Magnificent Mile. He is as good as Finlay. Blinkers are on, he's gained confidence, JP knows him well. We're going there with no pressure, so it's nice to go into a race that way, see what happens. He'll be running on strongly, and if he's good enough, he'll be there.
So obviously we look forward to seeing Kinkowski in the next race, but well done to Uptown Gal. Good win.
Thank you, and well done to everyone concerned.
That was the winning trainer, Gokhan Terzi. Let's get the winning jockey in, Lance Pagel. Lance, well done. You rode this first time out, and she ran on very strongly first time over 1,000 meters, suggesting that this extra 200 meters will suit her down to the ground.
No, definitely. Thomas, we thought very highly of this horse from the beginning. We thought it would win first time out, but unfortunately, ran a little bit greener than what we expected. So it happens like that sometimes. But at least she redeemed herself by winning that second time.
Well done on a good win so far. She won well, and I thought there's more to come.
Definitely, she's a smart filly, and I'm really grateful to be riding her. Yeah, just thank you to Gokhan and the owners. Thanks for the support.
Gokhan's given you some good chances throughout the season so far, and today. What is your next best?
I think the next race, Kinkowski. I think Gokhan already mentioned to you, but he's a very smart horse. He's travelled well from Joburg, and he's doing well at home. So we expect a big run from him.
Well done, Lance, on this winner, and hopefully you'll see you back after next.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you.
Right, and Karen's with one of the winning owners.
Thanks, Thomas. I'm here with Grant Littleford, the winning owner of Uptown Gal. Congratulations. Did you think you were going to win that today?
We did get a bit of confidence from Gokhan and from Lance, but you can never say you're going to win. But she had the credentials to win, and she won a really good race, and it was very convincing, and I think there's more to come.
She did, and it was great to have some confidence from Gokhan in the week for her. I hope you had your money down as well, just a little bit.
Well, there's a little bit. You can always be more, but it's good fun.
Congratulations. And have you got any other runners on the day that you'd like to tell us about?
I think we're quite hopeful with Newton Power in the last. Anyway, well done to the syndicate, and well done to Paul, who's sitting in China at the moment, and Genghis, who's in Mozambique. We have a good syndicate. We have a number of horses that are doing well for us at the moment. Thanks also to Gokhan and Lance for putting in the effort. So we're enjoying.
Great. Congratulations to all of you, and well done. Thanks for joining us. Just giving you the result again from race 2. Number 9, number 5, number 1, and number 4 is your official result.